I'm Moby, and you're watching Lifeminute TV. The reason I wanted to make this movie, because I'm really to be honest, I never thought of myself as a filmmaker, was because a few years ago I was talking to some friends in the animal rights movement, and I mentioned that so much of the modern animal rights movement comes from the world of punk rock. No one knew anything. And these were people with tattoos. These were people who listened to punk rock music, but I found out very few people, unless you're old like me and grew up in the hardcore scene, knew about it. So the movie talks about that history. I don't know about your friends, but I talk to my friends, they think punk rock is like people punching each other in the face and screaming at the top of their lungs. I'm like, no, it's actually incredibly principled, especially American hardcore. The funny thing is a lot of these sort of legends in the world of hardcore punk are old friends of mine. Like Ray and Purcell from Youth of Today, I've known them since 1981. John Joseph. Rob Zombie was the bass player in my hardcore band's roommate, and he drew the cover art for our second 7-inch that came out in 1983. A lot of the people in the movie are just people I've luckily known forever. But then, because I'm the cameraman and the sound recordist, I book the interviews, oftentimes I would just have to show up somewhere and hope I could get an interview. I found out that Scott from Earth Crisis and Andrew from Fall Out Boy had started a band, and they were playing a show in Orange County. So I drove down to Orange County and introduced myself and said, hey, I'm making a movie about punk rock and animal rights. Can I interview you guys? And they were like, yeah, where's the film crew? I was like, it's just me. Like, why would I need more people? Me personally, on a musical level, some of my biggest influences are like Eno, David Bowie. In terms of the hardcore world, I mean, obviously The Clash were a huge inspiration. But when I was growing up, it was Ian Mackaye and Discord Records and Minor Threat. The music, the intelligence, the principled nature of it, but also the Bad Brains musically, and again, like activism in the Bad Brains, Youth of Today, Gorilla Biscuits, Black Flag, Dead Kennedys. I mean, I was inspired, honestly, so inspired by all of them. Well, music is fascinating, to state the obvious. I work with this organization in New York called the Institute for Music and Neurologic Function, and music is amazing because, to state the obvious, it can make people cry, it makes people dance, it makes people get tattoos, it makes people change their lives, but technically, in the most literal sense, music has never existed. All it is air molecules moving a tiny bit differently for a nanosecond. So 100,000 people jumping up and down in a field, someone crying at a funeral, it's just air moving a little bit differently. And that's the spiritual aspect of it, is why I've dedicated my life to music. As time has passed, I've become an incredibly healthy vegan, so I don't really eat vegan junk food. So my vegan comfort food is so boring. It would honestly be black grapes and organic walnuts. I know it's like the most tedious vegan comfort food, but that's what I love.